All right, here we go. I'm going to start at the beginning of the beginning, before the beginning, the Big Bang. Everybody does. So, the apparent age of the universe that we can see is 13 billion years old. And I'm not going to repeat what the Big Bang really is, but basically, the Hubble Space Telescope can look back maybe 11 billion years. Light has been traveling from an early star for 11 billion years to Hubble, and they printed, published it. I should actually have a copy of that picture here behind me. Now, what happened in those first moments? Well, the entire universe was created: gravity, time, space, energy, and lots of hydrogen, and I think a smidgen of lithium too. So the hydrogen expanded outward rapidly and then began to form stars. Slight irregularities in the nature of the distribution of hydrogen produced gravitational hotspots. Stars were formed. And when they got big enough for fusion, we had starlight. That was pretty late in the period of the Big Bang, but a long time ago from our point of view. Now, let's roll the tape forward to Earth. Earth is about 4.3 billion years old. It's really quite junior. And all the stuff that Earth is made of is actually stardust. And over the billions of years, those early giant hydrogen stars condensed, burned out, and blew up, and created all the heavy elements. Not so heavy ones: helium, lithium, hydrogen, carbon, sulfur, nitrogen. Those are all in the what? 11, 12, 14, 16, 18 range? But it's really important because that's mostly what we're made of. So the components of you and I were created early on. 11 billion years old ago, maybe more, less, I don't know. Not important. Now, let's roll tape forward again to Earth, 4.3 billion years. So how do we know that? Well, there are various tests of radioactive decay and geology and so on. But that seems to be the agreement as to the age of Earth, and probably the age of our solar system: Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Mercury. We're very fortunate to have a sun that is slowly radiating its energy, and has what? A billion years before it blows up? We got lots of time, at least in that scale. But what went on before Earth? I hate to say this so bluntly, but ETs. Must have been plenty of Earth-like planets with water before Earth was formed that had the chance for life to develop. Now, NASA is saying, oh, there were maybe a billion Earth-like planets in our galaxy, the Milky Way. Well, you got to multiply that by billions to figure out how many Earth-like planets are beyond our galaxy. And statistics saying, they got to have life. I mean, molecules that reproduce themselves are not that uncommon. Well, you just get one of those guys started somewhere and he gets out of hand, and then someone else copies that and does something a little bit different and eats the first molecule and gets out of hand. Oh man, it's on and on and on and on and on. Pretty soon there's an amoeba crawling out of the ooze, and the amoeba gets eaten by something else, etc. It's the Darwinian But you can't show me an alternative. Anyway, so here we go. We've got the chance, excellent statistical chance. We've got extraterrestrial civilizations scattered throughout the known universe. Way, way, way older than Earth. And if we have people on this planet talking about traveling to stars, and we've only had science that seems to have been able to provide this for what, 100 years? What do you think you're going to do with 1,000,000 years of experience? It's going to be here in your face in a way you can't understand. Sorry. I don't see how there's any escaping from it. By the way, the Pope agrees with me just recently. And if there's one agency in this entire planet that's got records going back 2,000 years, it's the Vatican. And they've got priests in action around the world that could be making contact with ETs. And of course, the Vatican sits on all that information. They make the CIA look like pikers and amateurs. And when the Pope says he's expecting an ET, I say the CIA better take a back seat. Well, that's enough for this real short comment. I'm going to stop